In its own way, each species decides how it can best serve this purpose once it understands it. The buffalo looks around and notices what is going on in prairie time and in prairie space, and designs a life to describe truth and to animate beauty as buffaloes understand it. Whales describe time and space in their own unique forms of three-dimensional mobility, playing and swimming through seas of sound and light. The caribou embody their understanding of the universe and create caribou beauty. Seagulls embody their understanding and create seagull beauty. Angels embody their understanding of this universal purpose and become the means through which the Great Spirit creates more species to enjoy it. Throughout the galaxies, throughout the stars, all of the angelic races notice this purpose of life and decide how they can best serve. Each healthy species looks at the external world while experiencing the internal unity whole and unbroken, and forms an ideal of the wholeness of manifest life. This is its comprehension of the universe. Human beings' technical comprehension of the universe has expanded beyond the caribou or the whales. They have explored the microbes and begun to reach out to the stars. Yet your historical rejection of eternal spirit has left you myopic, nearsighted, with no overview or larger vision to help you organize your knowledge into a coherent whole. You are the instruments through which creation is to become physically conscious, the species through whom one day the whole material universe shall become aware. You are God's organs of awareness, awakening in this turning age from the sleep of historical subconsciousness. Masculine and feminine are both rooted in the unified divinity whose spirit now awakens in you, whose identity you now remember to be your own. In spirit you are not separate from these two aspects of God, but have brought them into being from the infinite ocean of your wholeness, to clothe yourself, to know yourself as that family in time. Creation is brought into being through the loving interaction of these your own inner polarities. Next chapter, A Solar Age of Flowers. The conception of new life requires highly focused, creative intention. It takes attention to detail of such a profoundly precise nature that were the focus dissipated among many cells simultaneously, the miracle of conception could not occur. Of the human body's 100 trillion cells, only 2 cells are initially involved in the conception of a child. You float in a galaxy of some 400 billion stars and many more matter worlds. Yet in this galaxy, only 2 worlds are required for the conception of new life. Do not be surprised when we, who have roamed among these stars, tell you that you are special, that you are precious, that you are so incredibly loved by the source of all that is, that your one earth and your one sun are conception points for the new life of worlds to come. Do not shun such love, or let narrow minds convince you it could not be. Accept this love. Feel it for yourselves. A gathering together and focusing of energies has been necessary to produce the awesome and incredible miracle that you are. The attention of the universe is focused on this earth. The universal mother herself is conscious in this world. The father of every star looks through the eyes of this one sun. Your earth has experienced human conception. Your race is about to awaken as the circuitry of consciousness, the global intelligent system of a planetary newborn that will be half star and half material world. I will tell you, I who am an angel of the winged tribes, I have been consciously creating beauty for 20 billion years, and I have never seen at any moment in all that time the potential that I see among you people at the close of the 20th century, upon this fair earth. I have seen many spirit beings throughout the stars, intelligent societies on the higher planes of many worlds, but they were not biologically incarnate. They had not entered so fully into material dress, or come to such intelligent terms with matter. Nowhere but here have I seen such exquisite, sensitive creatures of biology, such graceful men and women who exhibit your capacity. Do not let those of limited vision cheapen the miracle you are living or diminish your sense of value with their abstractions. The potential you embody is unprecedented. You are the first of species on material worlds where the necessary balance is appearing to support the new blended consciousness, the consciousness that is at once both spiritual and material. No biological species has before looked up of its own and taken charge of itself as an independent spiritual being. Nowhere else in this galaxy has the maintenance of this precise temperature zone resulted in a biological network of intelligent global species circuitry, simultaneously both spirit and matter. Never before did the biological creature choose of itself. Did the clay speak to us and say, I am a woman, I am a man, I am a tribe, a nation, teach me. O humans of this yet sleeping age, there is more, so much more. It is hard sometimes to place this awareness in your words, for your words are of only one dimension, of only one meaning at a time. And the wonderful living reality of this universe and the things of which we speak are multi-leveled, multi-dimensional, with reasons woven together like many streams and waters weave together in a larger truth of a river valley. There are many reasons why your world holds the attention of the universe. Your initiative, your capacity, your potential, what you have already demonstrated in your hours of vision and nobility are some of the reasons. But your fall, your rebellion, is yet another. For you see, once the egos of the warrior tribes ran off into the jungle, we knew that we were confronting in the womb, in the very moment of conception, certain fundamental issues that would have to be faced again and again on our future travels throughout the far-flung stars. We were confronting these issues on a miniature symbolic level, and if we could get the mathematics worked out with precision on the micro level of this earth, if we could use the very value systems of the rebellious egos to convince them once and for all that every interest that they held vital would be served more effectively through their voluntary cooperation with the spirits of God, if we could convince them of that in their own egoic terms, and if that lesson could be not only learned, but also recorded and imprinted indelibly upon the genetic structure of every cell in every existing and yet to be created organism of this new type, well then, do you see? Do you see? The suffering of human history would be turned to advantage, for it would never have to be repeated. So long as this wondrous universe unfolds, human egos will face the same fundamental issues that you face today. Always they will have the choice to be ruled by what they love or by what they fear, the option to behave with excessive fear, and the option to reject the input of their spirits will always be present, for human freedom of will is essential to the proper working of the universal design. However, if there could be a documented case history of the inevitable sequence of events that occur when an ego or a tribe chooses a god of fear, and if that case history could be recorded in a genetic media presentation, narrated, as it were, by egos who had themselves experienced history, then every ego skirting the edge of a fear-motivated decision could walk into the genetic media library and watch the DNA story of what happened here on your earth, observing what becomes of those who choose fear-centered behavior. They could watch a graphically illustrated